Okay, hi guys, I'm back. And this time we're going to read another Greek story. If the girl needs to know, it's going to be on page 100. It's going to be Swift-Footed Atlanta on the bottom of this picture that we read last time. Swift-Footed Atlanta. All right, if you don't have your book, you can go free to get it and we can read together. All right, Atlanta was a Greek maiden who could run faster than the winds. She loved nothing better than to run freely across the fields, through the woods, and up and down the hills. Atlanta's father thought she should get married and settle down, but she cared nothing for many young men who came daily to ask her to marry her. So many men came. In fact, one day she announced, "If you wish to marry me, then hear this. I will marry the man who can beat me in a race." "Fine," the men cried. "Let us start now." "But there is one more thing," said Atlanta. "Whoever runs his race and loses shall also lose his life." "That should scare them away," thought Atlanta, "for they know I can outrun the wind." And indeed, many of the men began to cough and feel a sudden cold coming on, and suddenly remembered they had forgotten something important, and they had to attend to and leave all at once. But a few men stayed. Yes, they had heard about Atlanta's swiftness, but after all, could they be beaten by a girl? Nonsense. And so these men raced Atlanta. She even gave them a head start, 100 paces, but for each it was a race to his doom. Then one day arrived a young man named Hippodames. Atlanta liked his fair features, his gentle eyes, and his brave spirit. She felt pity on him. "Do not run against me," she said, "for I surely beat you, and that'll be your end." "Let me try anyways, Hippodames." Of course, he knew that he did not have a chance at outrunning her, but he prayed to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and asked for her help to win Atlanta as his wife. And Aphrodite had answered his prayers by giving him 3 golden apples and telling him what to do with them. The race began. Even though Atlanta started 100 paces behind Hippodames, she quickly caught up to him. When he heard her breath close to him, he took one of the golden apples and threw it over his shoulder. When Atlanta saw the glittering apple, she left the path to pick it up. Hippodames pulled ahead again a little, but Atlanta easily caught up with him. As she did, he threw a second golden apple, even farther from the path. Again, Atlanta left the path to get the apple, for she knew that she could still win. Again, she caught up with Hippodames, who was puffing and gasping. He took the third apple and threw it as far as she could. With an invisible nudge from Aphrodite, the apple rolled down a hill. Atlanta could see if she chased this apple, she might fall too far behind to win. But she dashed aside and grabbed the apple. Then she strained every muscle to catch up with Hippodames. They were coming closer and closer to the finish line. She could see his face and hear his heart breathing. With one last burst of speed, she could pass him. Suddenly, however, Atalanta felt something from Hippopotamus that was not pity, but something warmer and more generous, and she did not speed up. And the young man crossed the finish line first. With a laugh, Atlanta took his hand and led him to her father's house, where they were married that very day. And from above, Aphrodite looked down and smiled on the happy couple. There's a picture of Atalanta. And it's really important that you guys remember how many apples he threw and what kind of apples were they. They were golden apples. They were what kind of apples? Golden, and there was 3 of them. How many were there? 3. Great job, guys. Okay, we'll see you later.